Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As promised a few days ago, I do have part 2 of Tigra clips, and that is what we are going to be showing here today. Huge thanks to TripleU for sending these clips in. He does have a YouTube channel of his own. I will leave a link to his channel in the video description. Meanwhile, if you do want to submit a rank 5 6-star gameplay of your own for me to showcase, check out the Evizone link in the video description below. It's the best way how you can send over the videos to me, and potentially you can see your own gameplay on my channel. Evizone is an awesome messaging and file transfer service. They have been a great support to the channel. And yeah, definitely check them out and get in touch with me. My email on Amazon and how to find me is also in the video description. But let's get to it. So first, let's check out rank 5 Tigra against Old Man Logan in Labyrinth of Legends. And we're gonna have Magneto House of X pre-fight here. We are also gonna have knocked out Nick Fury just to give a bit more attack boost, as he's not boosting up or running Liquid Courage Double Edge. Still, this should be quite a quick work for a 1.5 million health pool fight. Let's see how long it lasts. I believe he will want to start by building up to level 3, which is what you want to do in longer fights, because then every time you do these Rupture bursts, then they do extra damage basically. So in short fights, obviously it's unnecessary and unneeded and would be a waste of time. In longer fights, there is a very good reason to do it, to go for that level 3 to begin with. And now probably is going to be where the fun will start. I want to see exactly how much damage a single level 2 will end up doing if you do have a decent stack of Raptures. 12 Raptures, you can see that, oof, that's not bad at all there. That's not bad. I would say there are some decent, sizable amounts of burst damage. So let's see what his health pool is at. 64% at the beginning of level 2. And throughout this level 2, it goes down to 52%. So 12%. So that's like well over 100k damage there. It'll be like 100 and what? 70, 180? That's a lot of damage. And just like that, within like a couple of level 2s, that Old Man Logan is all the way down to 30% health, so he only has 1/3 of his health pool remaining. And the coolest thing about Tigra is that the next level 2 is never far off, especially if you play your cards correctly and do not let your senses fall off. Then you can get back up to a new level 2 much quicker than most other champions in the game would. And then the entire fight is basically spam level 2s and a few heavy attacks, as we can see here. So it does say 104 hits, but again, that hit counter for Tigra is always somewhat inflated, and in total it was 1 minute and 55 seconds. That being said, let's check out some of the EOP fights here. No, first of all, let's check out Gauntlet Doctor Doom. That could be quite interesting. I actually had not seen this fight, but as soon as I saw Mr. Fantastic, I realized that it is very doable, because Mr. Fantastic's pre-fight does prevent Dr. Doom from activating his aura, and then if she exclusively throws heavies and specials, she should be pretty much fine here because of the size matters. Now, obviously her basic combos would be glanced, but her heavy attacks can go through just fine, and that's kind of like the most important thing really in most cases. So here Dr. Doom goes for the level 1, he runs in to punish that, drops a couple of heavies, and I didn't think that special attacks can also be glanced, but it seems that they can. That's kind of odd there, but okay. Heavies are still definitely putting in the work though, and here he's going for second level 2 in the fight, and then Dr. Doom's health pool is leaking out quite quickly with all of those Ruptures being well, putting in work there in the background. Another level 2 there. So at one point we had like 17 Ruptures, 18 Ruptures. That's definitely a whole lot of damage. And Dr. Doom goes for a level 1 of his own. That's fine. He drops 2 heavies. He is in place to drop his next level 2, and that should pretty much be all she wrote. Now let's check out Tigra against EOP Havok. This is going to be quite an interesting fight. I don't think I have done this fight myself ever with Tigra. But let's see how long does that Havok last. So what is going to be the gameplay strategy here? Is it just a regular Tigra fight, or is there something unique that needs to be done? So far looks fairly straightforward. Goes for his first level 2. Havok goes down to 83% health. Now he has to bait out a level 2 from Havok. Obviously, need to make sure that the senses do not fall off, ideally. And, well, that definitely did waste out some time on his senses, so he does choose to go for a level 1 in order to refresh them. He goes for a heavy punish. Another level 1 to refresh the second sense and push Havok to level 2. Luckily, this time around, Havok does throw that special in time without hesitation, so his senses are still with a healthy duration left. But there hasn't been that much damage dealt so far, but that is about to change as he gets to his second level 2 that he activates, I believe. That immediately gets down Havok to about 55% health here. And these guys are jacked. It is important to remember these health pools are massive. Right, so let's see here. He goes just shy of another level 2. Drops another heavy, goes for that level 2 straight after. And now he is, by the looks of it, gonna end up taking a detonation to the face, which is probably gonna cost a significant bit of health. Oof. He actually ended up eating a couple of hits. At this point, it would be quite scary. And there was no reparry in that. He's sitting at 10 of those plasmas placed on him. And one of his senses expired as well. Will he get in that armor up in time, or will he just prevent the detonation from happening somehow? This is actually quite tense here, because it could end in just a moment there. I think he's getting very lucky with not critting, and that crit in the end was the one that finished the fight there. But either way, Tigra got that Havok down. Let's check out Tigra against Bishop. This could be quite interesting fight as well here. We all know this Bishop can be a bit finicky if you do not have a really good counter for this fight. So let's check out how he approaches this fight. Punish heavy with a heavy of his own, but of course here he cannot gain power as normal either, and every moment that he spends away from Bishop he loses power, so it is definitely a bit trickier kind of like power gain management here, I would say, than in the regular fight. Here he finally goes for his first level 2, and that leaves Bishop at 78%. Bishop goes for a level 2. He has to alternate specials with this node as well in order not to take a huge amount of burst damage. So now he activated his level 1. He's free to build back up to level 2. Needs to bait out that level 2. Sweet. He will do just now. Now he can go for a second level 2 in this fight. And at that point, Bishop is down to 50%. He immediately drops his level 1 as well, just to kind of like reset that special attack node. Gets Bishop up to 2 bars of power. Does look quite smooth. It does not look kind of like tortured or, you know, extremely skill intensive. It does look fairly smooth in this fight. Tigra does this fight just fine without any kind of like intense gymnastics, so to speak. So again, he's going to go for a couple of heavy attacks. At this point, Bishop is at 24%. Probably going to be one more level 2, not much more than that. Especially if he can get some more raptures working in the background there. Oof, that was risky, and that was lucky, and that was risky, but it works out. And now Bishop's at like 16%, and that level 2 will be just about enough. Perfect. Now we also have 8.14 Ebony Maw. And this is a fight that I do remember. I do believe that I have used Tigra for this fight as well myself. Ebony Maw is strangely compatible fight for Tigra, just because of the way you can punish his level 1s and heavy attacks and everything. And the fact that you keep knocking him down with heavies typically keeps the falter away. It just works out most of the time. It is a very, very nice Tigra fight. And this boss was no exception. So here we can see that he does get quite a few crits immediately, which is not what you want on this node. I forgot the name of that node. It was one of the map 6 modifiers, I believe, where you do want to be wary of how many crits you get, because if you do crit 5 times, I believe that is when you get a degen placed on you, which is passive and which is nasty. So it kind of incentivizes you to pause at times. Here he goes for a level 2, and that level 2 is already definitely chipping away at that Ebony Maw. Now we have a level 1, which I mentioned before is very nice for Tigra to punish. He's gonna go for another level 1, and that will pretty much be it for this fight, I believe. Because, yeah, Ebony Maw should be absolutely dead by the end of this. Or not. Or not. There was definitely some damage reduction coming in from those debuffs. But still, one single heavy attack afterwards, the fight is over. Let's take a look at 731 Red Goblin. Was this a fight that you could cheese with Ronan? I don't remember. I do think that there was a Red Goblin that you could cheese with Ronan somewhere in Act 7. I could be wrong. Act 7 definitely hasn't made its mark in my memory the way Act 6 has. I can still remember majority of Act 6 lanes and paths and nodes. I cannot tell you much about Act 7 from top of my head because it was just not memorable. I know a lot of people enjoyed Act 7 much more than Act 6, and that's fine, but I don't know. Maybe because of it, I just seem to remember everything from Act 6 much more vividly than in Act 7. But here we can see that poor Red Goblin, that poor Red Goblin is absolutely getting destroyed by rank 5 Tigra. So here he goes, that's fine. Another level 1 evade, punish with heavy, and that level 2 is going to be so overkill in a situation like this. And as a final fight, I wanted to leave you guys a bit of a treat. This is going to be 626 champion boss. Now I know that everybody likes to bully the champion boss, but I think this fight is a bit different because it's quite elegant. I'm not sure whether he chooses the right method in order to go for his level 3 here at the beginning, but there will be a moment in this fight where it just puts a smile on your face, especially if you remember doing this champion ages ago when he was still in his, you know, more difficult variation, and seeing him absolutely destroyed now definitely should bring a smile to some people's faces. So here he drops his level 3 champions down to 75% health, fair enough, and he drops a heavy after that special down to 60-some% health. He drops another heavy and he's gonna go for a level 2, and that single level 2 at this point takes him down to 18-17% health. He got enough power to activate another level 2, which is well overkill, and now we're already being in the final phase here. And that's it. All that torture, all those problems, here we could see that basically was done in like one level 2 and a bit. And yeah, obviously back then we didn't have rank 5 6-star champions, but still, just the way how fast all of that champion's health melted was quite awesome. Now the downside here is because Tigra can't get those prowess buffs because of neutralize, so when she drops level 3 the champion doesn't die, but that is quite okay because she immediately gets to level 1, and the level 1 is the one that finishes. But right, that is it for now. that's all I have to show you guys for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this part 2 of Tigra gameplay. And if you did, hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons, and I'm gonna catch you guys later. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about